of that and fast, and at long last, this national nightmare will be over. This reads like a suicide pact, and then he switches into hypnotist mode. You will no longer be thinking about abortion. Poorer than they were 4 years ago, are less healthy than they were 4 years ago, are less safe on the streets than they were 4 years ago, are more depressed and unhappy than they were 4 years ago, and less optimistic and confident in the future.
Breaking news. Trump declares war on history in a shocking turn of events. Former President Donald Trump has mistaken Vice President Kamala Harris for a time-traveling war instigator. Yes, you heard that right. It seems Trump's latest conspiracy theory is that Harris has been meddling with the space-time continuum, and Jimmy Kimmel's got the scoop. And trust me, it's wilder than Trump's hair in a windstorm. From The Apprentice to the presidency. Reality TV train wreck Trump's journey from firing D-list celebrities to firing up conspiracies has been nothing short of a train wreck you can't look away from. Remember when his biggest concern was deciding whether to fire Meat Loaf or Gary Busey? Simpler times, folks. Back then, the worst thing he could do was crush the hopes of an eager entrepreneur with a bad business plan. Now, he's out here toying with democracy like it's a failing casino. The Apprentice was just the beginning. Trump loved the drama, the suspense, and most importantly, the ratings. He'd point that stubby little finger, say, "You're fired," and audiences ate it up. But when he transitioned to the Oval Office, it was less reality show and more clown car crash into the White House. Turns out, running a country is slightly more complicated than managing reality TV. Who knew? A masterclass in manufactured chaos. If Trump learned one thing from TV, it's how to keep people watching. Who cares if the headlines are bad, as long as they're about him? Publicity is publicity, baby. Whether he's suggesting people inject bleach or challenging a hurricane to a fistfight, he's still trending. His signature move? Stirring up drama. On The Apprentice, he loved to build tension, act like he was about to fire someone, and then nothing. Sound familiar? It's like he took that same strategy and applied it to election results. Except now, instead of leaving contestants hanging, he left the entire country in limbo. Trump's rallies followed the same playbook. Keep them hooked, make it unpredictable, and never let facts get in the way. The only difference? Instead of deciding between Omarosa and Dennis Rodman, he was now picking fights with entire countries. Same ego, bigger stakes. It's like handing a toddler a nuclear football and hoping for the best. The circus rolls on. Trump's latest rally, picture this. A massive stadium packed with red hats, Trump 2024 flags waving like it's a tailgate party for authoritarianism. The air is thick with the scent of patriotism and maybe a little bit of fast food. Then there he is. The man, the myth, the spray-tanned legend, strolling onto the stage looking like a tangerine had a baby with a toupee. The crowd goes wild. Why? Because they think he's about to toss out free steaks or classified documents. Instead, he launches into his latest greatest hits album, the Rigged Election Remix, the Witch Hunt Extended Dance version, and, of course, the chart-topping classic, Lock Her Up, featuring Hillary's emails. But then, things take a bizarre turn. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, starts talking about World War II. Not World War III, which would be concerning enough, but World War II, the one that already happened. The one that ended before he was even born. And somehow, he manages to tie it all back to Kamala Harris, whom he accuses of being a time-traveling war instigator. Because why not? At this point, his speeches are just Mad Libs with conspiracy theories. The crowd eats it up like it's the last deep-fried Twinkie at a county fair. Trump is spinning tales of draft notices appearing in mailboxes, immigrant invasions, and the return of shoulder pads. It's like he's pitching a really bad remake of Back to the Future meets Red Dawn meets Dynasty. Jimmy Kimmel summed it up best. It's not a political rally. It's a support group for people who think reality has a liberal bias. And the scariest part? They're nodding along like it's gospel. The carefully choreographed Trump show. Here's the thing, folks. These rallies aren't just random acts of crazy. They're carefully scripted performances designed to push emotional buttons. It's like a Broadway show if Broadway decided to put on a production of 1984, directed by a toddler on a sugar high. Trump blends nostalgia with fear. Remember when America was great?
Like he got stuck going to see the Emoji Movie or something. Trump only likes masks when it's followed by the word deportation. That is a fact. But the reason he is upset, the reason that he refused to say the Lord's Prayer is because the bishop who gave the sermon apparently forgot to put on her MAGA hat.
Followed by, the world is scary, and only I can save you. Throw in some promises of greatness. We're going to win so much, you'll get tired of winning. And boom, you've got a rally that gets his base riled up like grandma's secret chili recipe. Behind the scenes, a team of handlers is pulling the strings. They cue the chants, release the inflatable eagles, not the constipated-looking one, get the good eagle, and make sure every moment of chaos feels spontaneous. It's reality TV, but instead of ratings, the stakes are democracy itself. A surprise guest, the elusive Melania, just when you think the show is over. Trump plays his trump card. Pun absolutely intended. A surprise guest. The crowd holds its breath. Could it be? Has he resurrected Ronald Reagan using the power of spray tan and wishful thinking? Nope. It's even better. It's Melania. Yes, the same Melania who's been missing faster than you can say, I really don't care, do you? She glides onto the stage, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. Trump is beaming like he just won a lifetime supply of bronzer, while Melania's eyes are darting around, searching for the nearest exit. It's like watching a hostage situation, but with more sequins. The moment we've all been waiting for. Melania speaks. Good evening, New York City. Our hometown. Let's seize this moment and create a country for tomorrow. Wow. Such passion. Such conviction. It's almost as if she's reading off a cue card written by a 5-year-old using Google Translate. Kimmel, of course, had to comment. Nothing more beautiful than watching a man and his wife try not to smudge each other's bronzing cream. Romance, Trump style. Which is to say, about as romantic as a root canal. Digital tantrums. The truth social meltdown, but the circus doesn't end when Trump leaves the stage. Oh no. The real show is happening online, and it's wilder than a raccoon in a dumpster fire. Trump has found a new hobby, throwing digital hissy fits on Truth Social. If you think his social media posts are just the ramblings of a man who's had one too many Diet Cokes, think again. There's a method to his madness. Every all-caps rant, every bizarre conspiracy theory, every insult hurled at Oprah, it's all part of the performance. And let's not forget his latest grift, $100 silver coins that contain about $31 worth of silver. Inflation? What inflation? Kimmel summed it up with another zinger. Looks like Trump still has that Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to fool's gold. Ouch. So, what's the endgame? Is Trump just an unhinged social media addict, or is he playing 4D chess? While we're all laughing at his latest word salad, we're not talking about his legal troubles. We're not focusing on the real issues. It's classic Trump. Keep the base angry, keep the opposition outraged, and most importantly, keep everyone watching. The reality show that won't end Trump's entire life is one big reality show. From The Apprentice to the White House to Truth Social, he's always performing. And the worst part? We're all stuck watching, whether we like it or not. Kimmel put it best. Trump's making America great again for late-night comedians, but beyond the laughs, there's a darker truth. Experts worry that this political theater is eroding democracy. We're living in a never-ending episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, except instead of drama over lip kits, it's about running the country. So remember, folks, in this reality show, we're not just the audience, we're the voters. Choose wisely.